that we pay the $93 water and sewer bill.
Second.
Tracy?
Scholl,
Aye.
DeCook,
Aye.
McIntyre.
Aye.
Right, item number 10, consider DCAT contracts with possible action.
We had a meeting last, I think it was Thursday afternoon, where the board approved these contracts, and it's just normal operating procedure that the board approves them, then they come to us. So I would move the two contracts listed as A and B.
Second.
Discussion? Tracy?
McIntyre,
Aye.
Scholl,
Aye.
DeCook,
Aye. Number 11, this is Megan, consider approval of preliminary official statement for Geo Capital Loan Note Series 2020 NTE $20,400,000.
The preliminary official statement is the document that's released to potential bond buyers. It's detailed information about the financials of the county, the position of the county. This has been reviewed by D.A. Davidson, our financial advisor, our bond counsel at Allers & Cooney, as well as the underwriter at Piper Sandler, and myself have worked on preparing this document to go forward to the bond buyers for issuance of the $20.4 million. So I would ask that the board approve the preliminary official statement. That's that next step in issuing bonds for the Justice Center.
I would move that we approve of the preliminary official statement for GO Capital Loan Notes Series 2020 NTE $20,400,000.
Second.
Second.
I raised you. Tracy?
McIntyre,
Aye.
Scholl,
Aye.
DeCook,
Aye. Okay, 12A, approve hire Evan Folk, Network Administrator, in IT Department.
I would move that we approve the hire of Evan Folk, Network Administrator, Information Technology Department.
Second.
Tracy?
McIntyre,
Aye.
Scholl,
Aye.
DeCook,
Aye. Number 12, Supervisors Report. Supervisor McIntyre.
Thank you. My report is a bit lengthy since I was not available at the last board meeting. So this covers the time period from February 5th on. Budget review, HR review meeting, reentry simulation at Goodwill of Central Iowa, met with independent counsel, Board of Supervisor work sessions and special meetings, Emergency Management Agency public budget hearing, Aging Resources Board of Directors meeting, Public Health Leadership Academy session, work on PowerPoint for reorganization of Emergency Management Agency and 911, Conference Board budget approval meeting, Warren County Joint 911 Service Board public budget hearing and meeting, Courthouse and Jail public hearing, Impact Board of Directors meeting, and Assistant County Attorney contract negotiations. Thank you.
Thank you. Doug?
Yes, since the second board meeting in February, I've met with Keep Iowa Beautiful, Indianola Municipal Utilities, Indianola Chamber, the assessor's budget, DCAT that I mentioned on the motion just recently, in Heartland RC&D.
Thank you. I'm gonna miss a few on this one, but conference board meeting, attorney negotiations meeting, closed meeting, special meeting, courthouse, jail, public meeting. The board met with our HR team, and worked on a proposal going forward. I think that's out now. It's a good thing. Other meetings that we've had. I feel like there's a couple other ones in there. Apologies, didn't write them down. Other fun things that are coming up or happened. I had the honor of joining some of our sheriff's department folks and others in my first, and probably not the last, but it was awfully chilly, polar plunge last Saturday at Aquabi. They were cutting ice, and so the air temperature was relatively warm, but the water temperature was not. I think it was 34 degrees, and it was chilly. But it was fun and for a good cause. So with that, that's Supervisors report. It's time for number 13, public input.
Rules of my own went back down for a minute. It's hard to talk with this thing on, but I got still the same, basically the same complaints. The water's still running like a river on the 300 block of Gepke Parkway. It's taking a toll on the concrete. The streets getting into the backyards and basements of the homes there too. I've been hearing that. Water's also running down the 8300 block of Warren Drive right into the Queens driveway and backyards there too. Now the worst one right now, Gepke Parkway, Greenfield Parkway, future cave-ins will occur in front of my own driveway. My wife is recovering from her fall in January caused by the crevice between the street and the drive. That crevice is now bigger, and you can see under the concrete from the street, and it's hard to drive up. We need a ramp of some sort. The street's dropping, and all those driveways are getting a little higher, but mine's the worst right now, and it's picking on me. But I think I might need a ramp if we can't fix it. And you can come out. When my wife fell, it was ice and snow, and she was laying out in the street for about 15 minutes, 10-degree weather in January, yelling for help, and everybody was at work, nobody was around, and I was in the back room, and I came out into my front room, and I heard a faint, help, help, and I opened up to the door, and I could hear her screaming, and I saw her body was all curled up on the street, and I thought something it was bad. She's got a broken or a dislocated left shoulder. She's still recovering. And about a couple weeks later, a woman fell in another town here in Iowa, the same situation, and it killed her. So I'd like to get something done that I understand that the state treasury has lots of cash, extra cash. I was told that by one of them. And they could hand it to you to help keep our streets safe. And that's it. Thank you.
Are there any other comments from the public or public input? Okay, seeing none, our next regular meeting is scheduled for March 17, 2020 at 6 p.m. And then don't forget to calendar March 24, 2020, also at 6 p.m. for our fiscal year 21 budget public hearing. With that, do we have a motion?
I would move that we adjourn.
Second.
Tracy.
McIntyre,
Aye.
Schultz,
Aye.
DeCook.
Aye.
Thank you. Thank you, Crystal.
Thank you.
Bye.
Yes, thank you.
Uh-huh.
Bye-bye.